Alright, so I just wanted to bring something up. Sam Farnsworth from Jinja Ninja Outdoors. I hope I said that first right. Jinja Ninja Outdoors. He made a comment. He said he does W2 and McMaster works fine for that, which made me realize that my last video might have been a little misleading. If you want to do McMaster car and W2 without doing a Hamon, it's fine. I mean, this edge hardened fine. If I didn't have the clay on here, the whole knife would have, done real fine. So, go ahead and use McMaster car. It works for W2. It's just, every time I've used it, I've had really low Hamons. Which another guy on my Instagram told me I was putting my clay on too thick. So I'm not doing Hamons for a while, but if you do one, try thinner clay. Maybe that'll help too. Just put it on real thin. He said you don't need it thick like I put it on. So that might have been what, but none of the other ones have it. So, just figure out what you want to do and, experiment with yourself. But man, I was really happy with that McMaster car 1095. That thing came out real nice. Yeah. Actually, they all kind of, except for the one. And remember, I think I told you about how the McMaster 1095 had those marks on. I went back and I took it and I re-dipped it and re-stonewashed it. There's one little spot here. But other than that, even the mold comes plowing out through the stonewash. So I really like this. Let's see if we can turn this. Yeah. So I think it turned out real nice. So you can even see the Hamon a little bit. So I think that was the right choice. But yeah, if you got W2 and McMaster car, the Hamon might not come out that great, or try a thinner layer of clay. Maybe that'll help you. I just thought I'd add that in. Someone shared that with me, so maybe that is the answer. Maybe I was doing it wrong. That's why you got to experiment for yourself. So I did a whole intro about how I was going to use blue liners and this G10 for this handle, and then I couldn't decide if I wanted to use this marble or this carbon fiber for the bolsters with this G10 and this liner. And I went in to say it's, I've done G10 liners before. This was my first. And look how bad these bevels are. Of course they don't look bad to you probably, but to me they are horrible. Anyway, this was my first one. And this was my second one. But the funny thing is, look how long that blade is to that handle. Even if you use the choil here, I mean, good Lord, it doesn't even fit in my hand. Look at that. So, yeah, this is like one of my first compound grinds. I used to do the bevels real low because I could get them nice low, and then I'd be scared to go any higher. So, anyway, so don't get discouraged when you start doing bevels because it's going to take a while. But look, I can make a carbon fiber hat. Anyways, so I guess we're back to this. So I got these cut out. So next what I'm going to do, before I glue everything up, I'm going to cut just 2 pieces of that. And I'm going to make bolsters for like right here. I'm going to just make them big, because I bought this, this is like expensive. Marble carbon fiber is real expensive. So I want to at least have one handle for something else. So I'll just cut some small pieces. I want to cut them big so I have room to play with. And then I can epoxy them to the liner and then line them up here so you got the bolsters and stuff. So hopefully that should look good. Almost like this, except with carbon fiber. And instead of gray, it'll be white. But yeah, I couldn't decide if I wanted to use this or this. But I've used this on a lot of stuff, so I think I'm just gonna go with the marble. Hopefully it's as easy to work with as the other. Alright, I'll be back after I cut the bolsters out. Alright, so let me show you what I'm doing here. I cut each one to each one. I used, this was the corner and this was the corner of the G10. This was the corner and this was the corner. I knew the carbon fiber had a straight corner. So I used this as the corner and this as the corner. And I held it up like that. See? So that way I can reference off this edge and this edge with this edge, and then mark that edge. And then I numbered each one to make sure I don't get them mixed up. Now, I take a clamp and I use this edge and line it up with this edge so I know it's going to be straight. Now when I draw it, I'm going to draw it a little bit bigger and cut it on the outside of the marker so I can move this piece in and out as I need to. It's fine if this is bigger. In fact, if you look, you know, this is much bigger. So I want room, you know, that way, you know, when I mark it and line up my bolsters to drill everything, I'll have plenty of room. You know, you have plenty of room when I line up these to cut them. I'll have plenty of room. I don't have to worry about it. That's the thing, the little bit of G10 you're wasting and the little bit of carbon fiber is nothing. But if you mess it up and have to do it over, that's going to cost twice as much. Because not only are you ruining the pieces you made, you're going to ruin whatever you have for the next handle, and so on and so on. So yeah, let me cut this out and we'll be back. Also, another thing I like to do, see how I have this on one side? I'll flip it. I'll either flip it this way and put it on this corner, or I'll flip it this way and put it on this corner. I want to make sure no matter what I'm doing, I'm always flipping so they're opposable sides. Now you'll say, hey, well, you can use either side of the G10, but it's better to just always keep it oddball, you know, side to side, so you don't do the, you know, the worst thing is making two handles the same side and going to put it on and being like, damn, I got to do it all over again. Especially when you're epoxying everything together. You can see here, you know, I got it like that. I can tell this is the inside, it's rough. You know, I drew the inside, so inside to inside, there. And then I got it all lined up so I don't mess it up. Just a little tip when you're making handles. The word, and we've all done it. So don't feel bad if you do it, but man, making two handles the same side, it's frustrating. All that work and then you can't do, you know. All right, look at these fit ups. Yeah. Now, the marble's a little bit thicker than the G10, but man. So let's get these all glued up, and yeah, let me set everything up and we'll get the epoxy out. So I'm going to need, let's see, got that and that. I made sure to mark everything here. See, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I don't have the fast setting epoxy, so we got time to mess around, but you just want to make sure. That's why I like to mark it. You know, take the knife and mark both sides. And I'll have my bevels on the outside of them. And that goes with both, see? That way we know the knife goes in between the sandwich. And I got my 4 cant twists for those. I got 4 of these for my other ones, so let's get these all glued up. Let me clean up first. I can't wait to do these though. We'll do the wood and the stainless steel in the next video. I'm trying to keep my stuff short, so alright, I'll be back. I didn't even have to go to the grinder. I realized if I just used the corners and I checked it, I took a square and checked all my corners. So I just went off the corners and then, you know, went off the drawing here and it all matched up good. This is the corner This is the corner of the G10, which was square. You know. Ooh, this was the corner, so the two square corners meet. Perfect. And the liner holds them together. As I drop everything 100 times. I was holding it with my good hand. Alright, let's get these glued up. Here we go. Number 2 sandwich. Remember, always have these separated so they don't decontaminate it and they come out easy and you can put them back in easy. Oh, here's the cap. Yeah, this is why I like the slow set stuff. Gives you time to work with it. That's why I always cut it too big too. In case it slides one way or the other, you can have it good. Alright. 1 down. 3 to go. So the other side's the exact same. Let me get the bolsters ready and we'll come back to that. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. See, now we know we got a 2 sandwich, so we know exactly where everything's going. No messing up, no backwards, hopefully. Slathering that stuff on like peanut butter. Try not to get it on my fingers and hands, but then when you clamp it down, it all squirts out anyway, so. I'm going to take a little piece for in between. Now, this is the important part. This is definitely why I like the slow epoxy. Gives you time to work it. See, it comes all piling out. Take a piece of this. I'm going to use my not so good clamps for the middle. I guess before I put that one on, I better make sure they are on perfect. Alright. Tight, tight. No gap. You know, I think I'll put this one, since these are 2 different heights, I'll just clamp this right here. See, that's the thing. Before I drill the holes, as long as I line these up, this will come out. That's why I made these bigger. Remember I said go by the bottom, the front and the bottom, the square. And as long as these line up, we should be good. Whew, that's a mess. That's what we got. Alcohol and sanitizer. That stuff helps break it down. 1 down. So yeah. I'm going to do the next one just like that. So, we'll see them, you know. I guess when I start on the wooden ones or whatever, we'll see these when they're dry. Bonus footage. They're all together. These two, man, the last one, usually it's when it's on camera they have a hard time. This one, I had to keep taking apart and separate it while it got sticky and, you know, I kept separating as I tightened it. So I'd have to loosen them and push them back together and make sure they were straight and tighten them and push them back together. But Yeah, the edges are all even. So, it should be good. Yeah. We went by the straight edges, so all the straight edges are even, they're all tight. These were together, no problem, so. Just, all that came out. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Let me know what you think, see how they turned out, and as always, take it easy.